you will be able to describe the origin and nature of the acetate, describe the type of acetate pathway, understanding of acetate mevalonate pathway, and understanding of acetate malonate pathway. Now, what is acetate? If you see, basically acetate is the salt which is formed by the combination of acetic acid with the base, and it occupies the central position in relation to the general metabolism. Various straight chain and aromatic compounds can be biosynthesized by the acetate. So, we acetate pathway is useful for the biogenesis of straight as well as aromatic compound. For example, examples of aromatic compounds like gingiberine, menthol, limonene. These are the examples of aromatic compound. Aromatic compound means which contain the benzene ring, and straight chain like some lipid drugs like palmitic acid, oleic acid, linoleic acids are the examples of straight chain. So variety of secondary metabolites which may contain the straight chain or maybe aromatic in nature can be biosynthesized with the help of this acetate. And acetate used in the form of acetyl coenzymes. This acetyl coenzymes is the active form of acetate, and because in the pathway of secondary metabolite, on the biogenesis of secondary metabolite, this acetate is used as a starting material. Because of this reason it is known as the acetate pathway. Now, from where this acetyl coenzymes is coming to participate in acetate mevalonate pathway, basically it is obtained from the pyruvic acid formed during the process of the glycolysis. The name of end product of glycolysis is the pyruvic acid, and from pyruvic acid we can obtain acetyl coenzymes, and this acetyl coenzyme is used for the biogenesis of various secondary metabolite. And if we talk about the type of acetate pathway, basically there are two types of pathway. First one is the acetate mevalonate pathway, which is useful for the biogenesis of terpenoid and steroid. And second one is the acetate malonate pathway, which is useful for the biogenesis of fatty acids and polyketides. So about the acetate mevalonate pathway, this acetate mevalonate pathway is also known as the isoprenoid pathway or HMG CoA reductase pathway. Here H stand for hydroxymethyl glutarate, hydroxymethyl glutarate coenzyme reductase pathway. Okay, because this involve in some steps to form the squalene, and from squalene we can obtain the steroid. So because of this reason it is also known as the HMG CoA reductase pathway. And we can also it as a terpenoids pathway, because terpenoid is also known as the isoprenoid compound. Now what is this isoprenoid compound? Isoprenoid compounds are the compounds which contain the isoprene unit. The formula of isoprene unit is the C5H8, and if you see the structure 1 2 3 4 5, total number of carbon atom in isoprene unit is 5, and 2 it is the second isoprene unit. So we can say that isoprenoid compounds are the compounds which contain isoprene unit. So the biogenetic isoprene rule is the basis for the formation of various isoprenoid compound. Okay, so acetate mevalonate pathway is only for the compound which contain the isoprene unit, and the compound containing isoprene unit is known as the isoprenoid compound like terpenoids and steroids. Now at the various classes of terpenoids, according to number of isoprene unit we can classify terpenoids. For example, monoterpenoids, which contain total number of isoprene unit 2 and there will be number of carbon atom 10. For example, menthol, limonene, geraniol. Then sesquiterpene if total number of isoprene unit is 3. It is examples of these sesquiterpenoids are ter- termyrone, gingiberine. Then if 4 isoprene units are present, it is known as the diterpenoids, for example taxol. In ses terpenoids, total number of isoprene unit will be 5. Then if isoprene unit total number of isoprene unit 6, then compound is known as the triterpenoids. After that, tetraterpenoids, where total number of isoprene unit are 8 and number of carbon atoms are 40. And if the number of carbon atom is more than 40 and isoprene unit 8, then it is known as the polyterpenoid. So these are the various classes of terpenoids, and you should familiar with this how many isoprene unit and particularly in each class are present. So in competitive exams it can be asked about the number of unit present in individual class of these terpenoids. Now if we talk about the pathway, the mevalonic acid is the intermediate product which form during the reactions in the acetate mevalonate pathway. Chemically it is known as the 3,5 dihydroxy 3-methyl valeric acid, and its molecular formula is C6O4H12. And previous slides we were saying that acetate mevalonate pathway is useful for the isoprenoid compound which contain the isoprene unit, and that compound will be act as the precursor for the biogenesis of various secondary metabolite. But in case of mevalonic acid, total number of carbon atom is 6. That's why it cannot act as a precursor for the biosynthesis of various isoprenoid compound, but its derivative is known as the isopentyl pyrophosphate, which is active in the isoprene unit. Okay, this isopentyl pyrophosphate contain 5 carbon atoms and it is active in the isoprene unit, and it act as the precursor for the biosynthesis of secondary metabolites or secondary metabolites like, and its isomeric form dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate. Its another isomeric form is known as the dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate, that is DMAPP. DMAPP, that is dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate. So these two forms, these two isomers, isopentyl pyrophosphate and dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate, act as the precursor for the biosynthesis of various compound. Okay, here we written that isopentyl pyrophosphate and dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate both are active in isoprene unit and are known as the precursor for the biogenesis of isoprenoid compound like terpenoids and steroids. Isoprene unit also contribute in the biogenesis of some other constituents like some glycosides, anthraquinone glycoside, naphthaquinone, and some alkaloids in association with the other pathway. And if we talk about the occurrence of this acetate mevalonate pathway, it is commonly occurs in the eukaryotes, some bacteria, and in the plants. So these are the various chemical reactions involved in the acetate mevalonate pathway. So here you will see that a name of two enzymes, acetyl CoA acetyl transferase and HMG CoA synthase. It is the hydroxymethyl glutarate. So first step, two acetyl coenzymes molecule will combine to form the acetoacetyl coenzymes in presence of acetyl coenzymes acetyl transferase. Then this acetoacetyl coenzymes will condense with the another molecule of acetyl coenzymes in presence of HMG CoA synthase to form the hydroxymethyl glutarate. Now question is that from where acetyl coenzymes is coming? This acetyl coenzymes is coming from the glycolysis. The name of end product of glycolysis is the pyruvic acid, and from pyruvic acid we can obtain the acetyl coenzymes. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि सबसे पहले दो मॉलिक्यूल आपके एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स के वो जुड़ते हैं फॉर द फॉर्मेशंस ऑफ एसिटो एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स। वहाँ पे आपका जो एंजाइम्स रिएक्शंस को कैटालाइज करता है उसका नाम है एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स एसिटाइल ट्रांसफिरेज। दूसरे उसके बाद ये जो एसिटो एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स बना है ये एक अनदर मॉलिक्यूल एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स का यूज़ करेगा इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ HMG कोएंजाइम सिंथेज to form the hydroxymethyl glutarate. Now this hydroxymethyl glutarate will reduced in presence of HMG CoA reductase enzymes and NADPS, that is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. Nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate. So this hydroxymethyl glutarate will reduce to form the mevalonate. Now what is happening in this reaction? This SCOA group is released during the reductions, and at the fifth position of fifth number of carbon atom, addition of hydroxyl groups will be there. If you count from here 1 2 3 4 5, so in the fifth number of carbon atom, hydroxyl group will be added in the mevalonate, and mevalonate is also known as the mevalonic acid. Now this mevalonate, because of the phosphorylation in presence of mevalonic acid kinase, we convert into the 5-phosphomevalonate, and this phosphate groups will attach at the fifth number of carbon atom in place of hydroxyl group, and this phosphate group is coming from the ATP, that is adenosine triphosphate, to form the 5-phosphomevalonate. Again this 5-phosphomevalonate undergoes the process of the phosphorylation in presence of phosphomevalonate kinase to form the 5-pyrophosphomevalonate. Okay, 5-pyrophosphomevalonate. Now this 5-pyrophosphomevalonate will undergoes the process of decarboxylation to form the isopentyl pyrophosphate, which is the derivative of mevalonic acid. Mevalonic acid contain 6 carbon atom, whereas isopentyl pyrophosphate contain 5 carbon atom, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and this isopentyl pyrophosphate can convert into its isomeric form known as dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate in presence of isomerase enzyme. Okay, so these two compound, isopentyl pyrophosphate and dimethyl allyl pyrophosphates, are the basic precursor for the biogenesis of various isoprenoid compound. So there will be the condensation of this isopentyl pyrophosphate and dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate to form the geranyl pyrophosphate, and this geranyl pyrophosphate contain total number of carbon atom 10, because this isopentyl pyrophosphate is the compound which contain 5 carbon atoms, and this its isomeric form dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate also contain 5 carbon atom. When condensation will take place, it will form a compound containing 10 carbon atoms known as the geranyl pyrophosphate. And if in this geranyl pyrophosphate, if we add 1 unit of isopentyl pyrophosphate, so we will obtain the compound which contain total number of carbon atom 15, and it is known as the farnesyl pyrophosphate. So you can count here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So it is the 15 carbon containing compound known as the farnesyl pyrophosphate. So it is about the acetate mevalonate pathway reactions, various reactions. So हो क्या रहा है कि सबसे पहले आपका दो मॉलिक्यूल एसिटाइल को एंजाइम्स ए के आपस में जुड़ जाते हैं इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ एसिटाइल को एंजाइम्स एसिटाइल ट्रांसफिरेज, जिससे ये एसिटो एसिटाइल को एंजाइम्स को बनाते हैं। उसके बाद ये एसिटो एसिटाइल को एंजाइम्स अनदर मॉलिक्यूल ऑफ एसिटाइल कोएंजाइम्स के साथ कंडेंस होगा इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ एच एम जी को ए सिंथेज एंजाइम्स, और ये फॉर्मेशन करेगा हाइड्रोक्सी मिथाइल ग्लूटारेट का। अब इस हाइड्रोक्सी मिथाइल ग्लूटारेट का रिडक्शन हो जाता है इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ एच एम जी को ए रिडक्टेज एंजाइम्स and in presence of NADPH, that is निकोटिनामाइड एडेनिन डाइन्यूक्लियोटाइड फॉस्फेट, और यहाँ पे फॉर्मेशन होगा मिवेलोनेट का। मिवेलोनेट को आप मिवेलोनिक एसिड भी कह सकते हैं। मिवेलोनेट में टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम है वो 6 होते हैं, जिसकी वजह से ये डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व नहीं होता है बायोजेनेसिस ऑफ सेकेंडरी मेटाबोलाइट्स में। अब इस मिवेलोनेट का फास्फोराइलेशन होता है इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ एटीपी, दैट इज एडिनोसिन ट्राइफॉस्फेट एंड मिवेलोनिक एसिड काइनेस, ड्यू टू विच इट विल फॉर्म 5 फास्फोमिवेलोनेट। अब इस 5 फास्फोमिवेलोनेट का दोबारा से फास्फोराइलेशन होगा इन प्रेजेंस ऑफ फास्फोमिवेलोनेट काइनेस टू फॉर्म द 5 पायरोफॉस्फोमिवेलोनेट, and because of decarboxylation 5-pyrophosphomevalonate convert into isopentyl pyrophosphate, which is the derivative of mevalonic acid containing 5 carbon atoms. And the isomeric form of isopentyl pyrophosphate is known as dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate, and this isopentyl pyrophosphate can convert into dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate in presence of isomerase enzymes, and it is the reversible process. Dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate can convert into isopentyl pyrophosphate, or we can say isopentyl pyrophosphate can convert into dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate, because these are the isomer form of each other. And you see the difference here, only the positions of the double bond. Okay, so here the positions of double bond is changing in the both form, and these two isomeric forms are active precursor for the biogenesis of the various secondary metabolites. So यहाँ पे इन दोनों का कंडेंसेशन होगा आइसोपेंटाइल पायरोफॉस्फेट का और डाइमिथाइल एलाइल पायरोफॉस्फेट का टू फॉर्म द जिरेनिल पायरोफॉस्फेट। जिरेनिल पायरोफॉस्फेट ऐसे कंपाउंड्स होते हैं जिनमें टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम 10 होंगे, 10 होते हैं, जिसमें क्योंकि यहाँ पे दो आइसोप्रीन यूनिट आपस में जुड़ करके एक नया कंपाउंड बना रही है जिसको हम जिरेनिल पायरोफॉस्फेट कहते हैं, जिसमें 10 कार्बन एटम प्रेजेंट होंगे। अब यदि इस जिरेनिल पायरोफॉस्फेट में एक आइसोप्रीन यूनिट हम और ऐड कर देते हैं, ठीक है, तो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ आइसोपेंटाइल पायरोफॉस्फेट, सो इट विल फॉर्म फर्नेसिल पायरोफॉस्फेट, एंड दिस फर्नेसिल पायरोफॉस्फेट कंटेन टोटल नंबर ऑफ कार्बन एटम 15. Now this diagram is showing the role of geranyl pyrophosphate in the biosynthesis of various category of compound which belongs to isoprenoid. So monoterpenoids contain total number of carbon atom 10. So directly from geranyl pyrophosphate we can obtain monoterpenes, for example menthol, geraniol. Then if we are adding isopentyl pyrophosphate to geranyl pyrophosphate, so we will obtain farnesyl pyrophosphate, which contain total number of carbon atom 15. It means 3 isoprene units are present, and when 3 isoprene units present in the compound, it is known as the sesquiterpenoids or sesquiterpenes. So for the biogenesis of sesquiterpenes we can follow this scheme. For examples, gingiberins, tumerones of tumerones which occurs in the turmeric, and gingiberin in the gingiber officinale. It is commonly it is known as the adrak, and it is haldi, turmeric. Okay, then if we add isopentyl pyrophosphate unit to farnesyl pyrophosphate, then we will obtain some diterpenoids. Okay, we obtain the diterpenoids. So from diterpenoids we can obtain the phytol, for example chlorophylls, and some plant hormones like gibberellins. We can biosynthesize these compounds from these diterpenoids. And if we add another unit of diterpenoid to this diterpenoid, then we will obtain the compound containing 40 carbon atoms, and at that time it is known as the tetraterpenoids, and it involves the carotenoids. And carotenoids are the some color pigment which are present in the colorful vegetables and fruit. For example, lycopene present in the tomatoes, and beta carotene present in carrot. So if we add so many isopentyl unit to diterpenoids, we can obtain polyterpenoids. So gutta, rubbers we can obtain by this way. And if we add another unit of farnesyl pyrophosphate to this farnesyl pyrophosphate, so we will obtain a compound which containing the total number of carbon atom 30, and from this intermediate product we can obtain the squalene, and from squalene we can obtain triterpenes, for examples curcubitanes. And some steroids we can also obtain like stigmasterols, diosgenine, cholesterols. And if you see the structure of these steroids, the basic nucleus present in the steroids are cyclopentane perhydrophenanthrene. Cyclopentane perhydrophenanthrene nucleus is present in the steroidal drugs. So these are the various isoprenoid compounds which we can obtain with the help of acetate malvalonate pathway. So we can say that this acetate malvalonate pathway is useful for the biogenesis of the isoprenoid compound. Isoprenoid compound also known as the terpenoids compound, and essential oil, volatile oil comes under this category. And according to isoprene unit we can classify terpenoids like monoterpenes, diterpenes, sesquiterpenes, triterpenes, tetraterpenes, polyterpenes. And we can obtain these various category of terpenoids with the help of this pathway. And isoprenoid compound contain the isoprene unit, and it is mandatory for the biogenesis of isoprenoid compound that the precursor should have the isoprene unit. So in this process, in the process of mevalonate pathway, mevalonic acid is formed here, but it is not active directly in this process. It derived as an intermediate product, and its derivative isopentyl pyrophosphate and dimethyl allyl pyrophosphate is active in isoprene unit, and they are the basic precursor for the biogenesis of various secondary metabolites. So it is all about the acetate malvalonate pathway. In the next class we will discuss about the acetate malonate pathway, which is the second type of acetate pathway. So thank you very much for watching this video.